I've worked in counterintelligence, counterterrorism. I've worked criminal. It appears that there's a political vendetta against your organization.
Dialogue provides the one-paragraph justification for spying on anyone.
It's one paragraph that's tucked away at the end. It's one of the few parts of the entire public document that you see that will be redacted.
I have one more question for you, and again, I might redact the name here. My and were in my apartment, and they did what they did. What would you say to those guys if they knew what they were doing was wrong?
Maybe that exact question.
Which is?
You think what you're doing is correct? Is this the? My question is always the same. Is this the oath that you swore? Are you upholding the oath? If you don't care, why are you doing the job? How can you sit there and continue to serve it? And if you do think that you're serving the oath, if you are doing the thing that you swore that you would do, then that's a different discussion altogether. I don't have a problem with people who believe that they're doing the right thing. I have a problem with people who are doing the wrong thing and they know it. And I don't know who those people are. I don't know them personally. I couldn't speak about either one of them. I've seen people do both. Those are both within the range. For human beings, it's not like anybody who works for the FBI has any superpower. They're just human beings. And they have all the frail, weakness. They have divorces, and they have kids who didn't get picked for the soccer team, and they have all the other problems that any other parent or any other, American citizen would have. But they're held to a pretty darn high responsibility level in this case, because the job is you have an incredible amount of authority that you can exercise.
What's behind this? What is behind this within the Bureau?
I think if we knew, I think we would root it out. There's enough people at the lower end. So you always hear in the media people talk about the rank and file. I've never seen rank and file. There's no formations. We don't march anywhere. In the FBI, we have the brick agent level. That's the guy that's out, the guy or the gal that's walking around, speaking to people, conducting investigations. And at the brick agent level, I think people are appalled. Many of them. But there's a paycheck and a pension to worry about. You still have to feed your children. You still have to pay your mortgage. And the FBI crushes dissent internally. That's his job. It's done it since Hoover. Hoover used to send people that spoke out or did things that displeased him. He'd send them to some god-awful, outpost. I think there was a place in Montana that people used to send. There's books about it during the Hoover era. And it's part of the culture.
I can already hear my audience say, James, this is a setup. How do I know that you're not setting me up and you're not just doing what the FBI wants you to do here in some nefarious intention?
Because the FBI doesn't do this. Number one, I'm fairly confident we would never get an approval. There's too many uptight lawyers that would never sign off on this sort of an operation. This would be too much. There's no question in my mind. But some of it's you're just trusting me. You've met me. We've spoken off camera. You've seen my face. You know what my truth. And, what I'm saying rings true to you because it's coming from the heart. It's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Are you optimistic? Are you hopeful?
I'd like to be. I'm not entirely optimistic about the FBI. It's very difficult to do that.
Why not? Why is it so difficult?
Because when you're trying to turn a supertanker, you need a lot of people to tug on it. And right now, a lot of people are very scared to do that. Because the people who do, they get drowned.